all the news from WTCN TV's expanded news gathering facility.
WTCN TV, Channel 11.
This is KARE 11 News at 10.
When disaster strikes, homeowners turn to insurance. But what will happen if the Y2K bug bites? Will your insurance company cover your losses? In tonight's Extra, alarming new warnings from some insurance companies about the Millennium Bug and the problems it could cause in your home. Homeowners around the country are already getting notices that their insurance companies won't cover any Y2K-related damage. But what about here in Minnesota? Tonight, KARE 11's Greg Vandegrift has some answers.
Could be a tornado on the ground right there. Pulled my daughter in and covered them and proceeded to get nailed in the back by all kinds of debris.
My daughter was just flying.
It was terrible.
If only tears could wash away disaster.
I'm hoping, we can rebuild our downtown.
But recovery takes so much more.
Concrete just pulled right away.
Following last year's spring storms, Minnesotans put their hope in insurance.
It reminds me of the days of now.
But Gary Kramer still holds out hope for his battered Bloomington home.
It was just...
If only the insurance settlement was as swift as the storm. Now Kramer wonders about the next storm.
This Y2K thing, you know what's going to come up.
Y2K, a high-tech storm some fear will bring computers and parts of our society to a jarring stop.
When you sign a contract for them to take care of you in times of trouble. And it would be nice if that were, actually the case, come to Y2K.
One thing's certain about Y2K, that's its arrival. With each passing hour, each passing day, and each passing month, Y2K draws closer. Who knows what the high-tech storm will do to your home?
As far as the home appliances go, your clock may be off or something of that sort.
VCRs, again, I have a pretty extensive stereo system that I wonder about too.
I doubt the world's going to stop if the coffee pot doesn't automatically turn itself on in the morning.
So that's what they think? I mean, is this what they know or what they assume?
Some also assume insurers will be cautious about paying Y2K claims.
They should help out, but I don't think they will.
Thanks for joining us at 1:35.
Concern even fills the air.
And the big question is, what's going to happen with your homeowner's insurance?
Well, I think what we need to make clear here
is that the coverages that are in place in your homeowner's policy now
still apply.
Maggie Jensen of the Insurance Federation of Minnesota does her best to clear up the confusion on a radio talk show. And there's plenty of confusion out there with internet warnings like this: no coverage if the pipes burst when the furnace fails. Jensen says when it comes to home insurance, there's a distinction between the device and damage.
The home security system's not covered. The computer's not covered because they just stopped. But damage that would occur because of that stoppage would be covered.
Insurance tends to be a deep, dark mystery to most of us, but experts say put Y2K in this light. Take a thermostat. If it fails for some reason January 1st, generally, homeowners insurance would not cover that. But if the furnace then fails and the pipes burst, the resulting damage would most likely be covered.
The things that might happen in a home, we think are some of the things that happen now.
Kathy Schwamberger is with State Farm. Along with Allstate, American Family, and Farmers, they insure 80% of Minnesota's homes. None of those companies have written off Y2K-related damage.
So unless something is specifically excluded, it's generally covered. And we do not have a Y2K exclusion.
But one insurer filed this date or time failure exclusion with Minnesota's Commerce Department. North Star Companies says it's not intended to take coverage away for fires or burst pipes, but it's a clarification, underscoring that devices like computers aren't covered. Still, the language is confusing, saying we do not pay for loss or damage resulting from the failure of any computer hardware.
Read your policy.
The Commerce Department says it's watching Y2K closely.
I think in any situation involving insurance, there could be a dispute in how an insurer and an insured would view contract language. And that could happen with this, with Y2K.
It's just going to have to be played by ear.
But Gary Kramer says the truth comes out when the storms hit, and Y2K's in the forecast.
The last storm, some of the insurance carriers did step up. Some of them didn't. Hopefully, this time around, they'll all step up.
North Star Companies is now sending out a letter to its agents to clear up any confusion over its Y2K coverage. Meanwhile, the Commerce Department warns to watch for any notices about potential Y2K changes in your policy.